Well, where are you, Jim?
Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Gamecast, episode 491. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Yo,
and Tony Korkanakis.
I'm young.
Welcome,
are you just
guys.
gonna do videoless this one, Jim? No video
I'm not.
for you?
I don't have video for you. You guys don't have me on video.
No,
I
I
had
had him.
you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now
I don't
you're-
have
He
them.
disappeared.
There you are.
I just toggled my camera here. You're good now, Corey. You got me.
Yep.
Good. All right. Toggle the camera so we can fix Corey's problem. All right, folks. Welcome, listeners and viewers, to 491 of the Gamecast. Yeah, some minor technical difficulties today, but I will say my connection was
Skype.
much.
I mean, come on. Every
My
time.
connection was much better last time, wasn't it?
On movie
Mhm.
cast, it was
Yeah.
better.
I think it was much better on the movie cast. We're going to see how this goes in the Gamecast, folks. Yeah, I've got some fun stuff to talk about. What we've been up to. I started Resident Evil 2. Finally, it's been over a year, but I finally got started on this, and that game looks phenomenal. What they've done with that game, like, I don't really remember 2 as much because I played it, and yeah, while I enjoyed it, I wasn't like a big fan of Resident Evil like everybody else is. But I remember like the gas station and the police station in the beginning. Like I remember all of that. So like seeing this game, like change like this brought to life. It's like holy shit! It looks so good. Pretty impressed with it. And I'd like to thank God the tank controls are gone. Like I'm just so happy there's controls in this game. So much better. Really enjoying the game. I'm not that far. I'm an hour in, but the game's not that long. It's only like a 6-hour game, I think, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, so I guess I'm pretty far then. So the biggest thing I did this week though is I finished Ori, which is huge for me because it's one of those very challenging games that
I have
don't
to say,
know-
this game is like not top 3 in your list because this is like 4 weeks in a row now that you've been gushing on Gory.
I love this
or
game.
Gory.
Holy crap.
or
really
Yeah.
really love this game. Yeah,
yeah, no, I'm just saying like I'd be shocked if this doesn't come out to be one of your top games of the year.
it's so good. Like, and it's not like a normal game that I would play. Like I skipped all those kind of games like Celeste and stuff. When I heard like you can't touch the ground in that game, like for certain parts, I'm like, I'm not playing this game. But now I'm like, I probably could play that game because I just did it in this game.
Is that on
I-
Game Pass?
It probably is.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to give that a try. But this game was so good. The game had its feels with a story. It had great graphics. It had fun gameplay. Really enjoyed the game quite a bit. Can't recommend it enough. It's free on Game Pass for those who pay for Game Pass. So whatever the cost of Game Pass cost you, that's what it did. It's a great game. It's also a good jumping in point. If you did not play the first one, don't worry about not understanding the story because it's its own game. And Corey, you had mentioned, well, go back and play the original now. I'm like, I could see that being a nice prequel to learn about the character that I played as. Like to get more into his back, because there's nothing about his backstory in this game at all. So I could go back and like learn about the character because I'm sure that's what it's about. But yeah, man, using all of those abilities as you go through the game, like you get another ability and you have to keep using it, and then like they keep adding those layers onto the game, so that by the last like area you're using so many different abilities at the same time to navigate through the stage. It's unbelievable. So I froze a little bit. So awesome, but I really enjoyed the game quite a bit. Sorry, I froze a bit. But I really enjoyed the game, and so that's pretty much all I've played right now. So a little bit of Just Dance, and not started Animal Crossing yet. It's just popped in the system tonight, so looking forward to playing that soon though. I'm gonna probably do Resident Evil though and get that finished because it's a short game, and then probably jump into some Animal Crossing a little. Animal Crossing is gonna be a good game for me. Like I could probably put that on my desk tomorrow here at work. It's work, and pop that on my desk to kind of take a break every now and again. So, but anyways, Mike, what have you been playing?
Well, if you followed our Discord, you would know I took a journey to the past here. Also on Game Pass, I decided to get it's a 360 HD collection of Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. The only Metal Gear game, if you guys have forgotten, that I have played so far has been Metal Gear Solid 5,
Yes.
which I loved until things went off the rails at the end. So I was curious to go back here. So I tried to go with not story chronologically, but chronologically, like with the way these games are released. So I started trying to play Metal Gear Solid 2, and I just couldn't get past the controls, and I gave up pretty quick. Then I started Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid 3, which was, I think, a generation later on like PlayStation 2, and
They were both on the PS2.
they both were.
Yeah, they were. What was
Really?
the end of 3? Was the end of the cycle.
Interesting. Okay. It feels like well, whatever. Anyway, it feels like a big jump between the two. It really does. But still, some of the controls were a little hard for me to get a handle on first, and the aiming and camera is pretty rough. But I got past it, and I actually really ended up enjoying and playing through all of Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid 3. It's funny because the two games that I played, I've been the same character, but he's not like the Snake that everyone knows when they think of Snake.
It's like Anakin Darth Vader. That's really what it is.
Yeah, he's my Snake though now. I don't really care about Solid Snake. Fuck him. But anyway, so I still frustrated here and there in this game with the controls and stuff, but I have to say the end is one of the better boss fights I've played in a game. And then the story was surprisingly straightforward in this game. I expected it to go like batshit crazy at some point.
Right? Yep.
And it really just kind of like obviously intentionally played out kind of like a James Bond movie. Like obviously opening theme is like very much a James Bond thing. They even name drop it if you talk to a guy at the right time. Actually, they go on and on about it a little bit too much, but it was great, and I played through it. I even started up again because I missed a lot of maneuvers that I didn't understand how to do, unfortunately. But it was real solid, even though I kind of wish there was a full remaster where they remap everything to give it like modern sensibility, because then it would be great. It'd be like, I'll tell you, the end fight is better than what you do with Quiet in Metal Gear Solid 5. It's better.
No, absolutely.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Like I said, like that character is one of my favorite characters in the medium. Like, it's just insane. But yeah, like just because Jim was talking about Resident Evil 2, like I did last year, like I wish that Konami would throw money at a project that just like remake. I don't even care if they start at 1, just like plan to do, 2, 3, and stuff like that until you get, caught up and stuff like that. Because, I mean, there were amazing games for the time. Like that's what it is. Like, I totally admit, like, yeah, the aiming is weird, the controls are kind of janky and stuff like that. But like when you think like, damn, this game released in like 2005 or something like that, you're like, holy shit, like the stuff they did. It's just like insane stuff like that. But it just really shows like how much Kojima, despite any negatives, like I mean he was really ahead of the time in a lot of ways and stuff like that. So I think it's really cool that you played, and I'm happy you enjoyed it, because like Metal Gear Solid 3 is one of those ones that I think came out towards the end of the PS2 life cycle, so it wasn't as popular. Right, so a lot of people were just like ready for that next gen hype and stuff like that. So it just kind of got buried in the whatever. And like I would say, I think I mentioned in the Discord, but I would encourage you, if you like any of the Metal Gear Solid games, look up a speed run of any of them that you played, because it is insane. It like literally insane watching these quote unquote professional people that just like totally destroy these games, because they're like the timing on this guard, do this and this, and just like what the like. How do these people have it down to a science? Like a science.
Yeah, that was funny too. I've noticed that, like, because I'm used to, I don't want to do the whole narrative that modern games are easier, although in some ways they are. But the speed that the guards just walk back and forth in this game was a little jarring for me. I'm like, he's already turning around. Like, I don't have that much time. Like, the guards in these games move pretty quick. I was surprised. But so actually, and after I did beat Metal Gear Solid 3, I went back, and since I had a little bit of a handle on how these games played, I went back and did just the tanker part of Metal Gear Solid 2, and I might stop there. But because the story is just getting stupid already, and I'm like, I don't need to do this. And I know everyone hates Raiden, and I haven't
Jim's a fan.
I haven't even. played with him, and I haven't played with him enough to like really understand why, but I don't really need to.
The problem that
bad.
you're dealing with is he pulled the switcheroo on all Metal Gear Solid fans. That he expected because of the demo that they were expecting to play Solid Snake in the game. So when they got switcherooed into Raiden the whole game, that pissed everybody off. And automatically, the game could have been phenomenal. I'm not saying the game was phenomenal. The game could have been phenomenal, and it doesn't matter. He would have gotten shit for it.
Well, apparently, Kotaku released like a retrospective on this game today or yesterday. At least that's how I was targeted with my Google account. But apparently, I read that even though like the game might be good going forward, your character like he sucks at everything again. Like you kind of like have to relearn how to do everything again, and he's not really good. So I'm like, oh, interesting. I don't know if I will continue with it, but something to think about.
It's a shorter game though too. It's not that long.
Okay, I mean it took, and I did look at my stats at the end of Metal Gear Solid 3, and I was really bad at the game. Like, make no bones about it, I struggled through this game. I killed 192 people, which you're not supposed to do. I had like something like 90 something alerts. It was a clusterfuck, but but I went through it and it was fun. And I actually, in the end, the last two bosses, surprisingly, I actually beat stamina wise instead of killing them like I did earlier. But
no, and I love that because like it's in its own way, it's like its own version of like difficulty. Because like it's easy if you have like an AR and you're just shooting the boss until he dies. But it's way harder when it's like, oh, cool, I got a tranquil pistol, and I got to fucking shoot this guy in the head to do, like, anywhere near a decent amount of damage, stamina damage to him and stuff like that. And, yeah, just like you were saying, like, the guards and everything, like, these games were hard. Like, if you want those highest ranks, like, I've never done it. I think maybe MGS1 I played enough that I got, a decent, not the best ranking, but a decent ranking. And, people like to tout, Dark Souls and all that stuff today. And that's cool and all, but, like, I would love to see, like, this the current generation of gamers try, like, the older Metal Gear Solid games. Because, like, one alert, like, there's a mode, I'm not sure if it's in the third one, but I know for a fact it's in at least the first one, maybe the second one. There's a mode where if you get detected, game over. Like, just straight up game over.
You did.
Yep.
No, but,
there's sections in the game like that, but it's very small, but yeah. But go on.
No, I'm almost worried that I'm going to end up playing Metal Gear Solid 5 parts of that again, but we'll see.
I think it's free on Game Pass, so.
I mean, I have it. I hold on to my games. I still have that, but I just don't want to like. I'm not going to start it over because I refuse to play that opening again. I will not sit through that opening again, but I might. So I'll have to just go replay things, and hopefully, I probably didn't even finish the game because of how stupid it got at the end. So maybe I'll try that, but we will see. But I'm definitely more into it, and it's funny because, like my Snake is the bad Snake now, so I feel a little bittersweet about the character because like that's the one now that I relate to most, and like things go bad for him.
Yeah. But I mean, in a way, like without spoiling, like you understand why he kind of went that way.
Because... I mean, you understand that more, I think, in Metal Gear Solid 5, although you don't quite get to where you're supposed to go narratively in that game, unfortunately. But you see its start. And I do remember playing that game thinking like, man, everyone just calling you boss and kissing up to you all the time. It's a little villainy.
Yep, definitely.
But no, it's definitely interesting. It's sad because these games probably won't exist anymore. I don't like. Is there any way like a Metal Gear game would come back at this point?
At this point, I think Konami just wants to spite Kojima and like just like never do anything with the franchise again. Like really, like that's what I feel. Just like
or release those shitty tactical
survival
shooter games.
Well, that's because they just wanted to. I'm pretty sure they're just like, how can we like try to make some more money on this engine that we spent millions and millions and millions of dollars on? It's like release some like multiplayer thing. Westerners love that kind of shit. Call it a day.
Yeah, so that's what I've been playing. I've had this whole retrospective Metal Gear experience.
Sweet.
Okay.
Jim's a little
Connection quality right
frozen.
now. I had to. Yep, I'm having really poor connection quality. Like piss poor connection quality.
Corey, what you been up to?
Getting
buddy?
notified by my.
No, it's been pretty boring for me. Just more Borderlands here and there. Mess around with the new weapons in the game. Just it's a good sandbox. The story is just kind of out there. It's not really a big factor for me right now, but it's cool. They got a fan favorite character back, and they're going to be adding more free content this month. So it's good stuff. And then more.
Yeah, maybe they can afford to pay out bonuses.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Did we talk about that last week? I don't think we did, right?
Probably not.
I think it
Yeah,
came out
I don't
after the episode.
You might have probably. Well, we could talk about it after this.
Yeah.
Well, I could talk about it right now too. Just the game is hugely popular. Obviously, it's doing great, but it's a money pit, and they can't pay people, or that they said they were gonna pay. So, and it kind of sounds like a bad spot for Ernie Pitchford again. He just loves putting himself in those situations.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, some more of that and more tabletop stuff. So
I'm
usual for me.
I'm having all kinds of Wi-Fi issues right now in my house. Holy shit! Sorry. Like my access points are all dropping in and out right now. So I have no idea what's going on. Sorry. I'm trying to turn them off and just leave my actual primary access point on, and forget the mesh network entirely. But it's not doing things. As long as if I'm connected now, right? We're good.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping I'm connected to my actual main router. That's what I'm hoping for. So we'll go on from there. Sorry about
Yeah,
the
Tony,
hiccups.
what have you been up to?
What have you been up to, Tony?
Have you
Yeah.
playing a certain other Resident Evil game?
No,
Yeah.
I have it. I literally have it right here. Right
Oh
here.
man, I was expecting to hear
Alert.
some Resident Evil 2, and then we're like, oh cool, we're gonna
I
get
heard.
more
No,
action.
I've talked to like my brother and another friend of mine, and they beat it. in
Apple,
one
did he?
Like,
I was gonna say Apple beat it already.
oh, it wasn't Apple, but I assume he
What?
did. Like,
I was gonna
that's
say,
it.
okay.
Yeah, I actually forgot to mention if he got, but like both my brother and my other friend beat it in like one sitting, and I'm like, don't get me wrong, like I'm all about like games like not overstaying their welcome and stuff, but I'm just like, I mean, I don't know, like
Give
it
me a
feels
little
weird.
bit more,
Right,
give me
Right, because at least with RE2, even though it's on the shorter side, like I'd say, like the first time, it's definitely going to take like 6 to 10 hours, I'd say, 10 if you're going slow. But at least with that, you have the option of playing as the other character. You have Leon and Claire. But this is just Jill, and then I know they felt like that wouldn't be enough, so that's why they added that like 4v1 asymmetrical multiplayer. But like I don't give a shit about that. I'm not going to play that. So it's just like. I'm really thinking about just returning it and being like, I'll get it when it's like 30 or something like that. Because like $60 for like a 4-hour game. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's one of my favorite games from that generation. But I've already heard a lot of stuff that I know I'm not going to like about it. Like stuff where I'm just like, the design encounters and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean we got 1 week before Final Fantasy, so
I know, yes, but yeah. Other than that, I've just been playing Ring Fit still and Animal Crossing, both those games, trying to keep me sane amidst the COVID-19 and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely looking forward to FF7, and I've already heard there's some controversy regarding Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I guess we can get into with the news.
Segue alert.
Well,
Yeah,
let's get into the news then. What's
so-
the controversy we're hearing then? I would love to hear this.
Well, the first controversy is the review scores. Not like they're not bad.
They're
But-
good.
They're good, but people expect it great because I mean, again, this game was announced 5 years ago, and has been asked for decades. Since the PS3 was revealed, I think. Because they had a tech trailer of
and then the
Iris.
Advent Children
and
movie
then
came out.
children and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's reviewing. I'd say like I think it's like 90-ish or something like that, which is that's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I saw a 10 after I think GameSpot.
9 is the new 0.
Yeah.
Nine's pretty damn good. I don't understand what people are complaining about, but
No, but well, the thing is, there, a lot of the criticism is still like, hey, you're paying full price for a quarter of the game that this is intended to be, and I get the logistics and all like that, but like it still feels like kind of weird because like I don't know, like imagine this like take I don't know let's say like Full Metal Alchemist or something like that, great series. It was like what 50 episodes or whatever, and
Yeah.
Great. But imagine it's like, hey, Full Metal Alchemist, like, HD Kai or, whatever the hell it's like. And then they start introducing like filler episodes. And it's like, wait, so we're making it more episodes now? Like increasing it like 75 episodes or something like that? Or like they spent like, the first 20 episodes on like the first arc. It's like, wait, we need to go faster than this and stuff like that. Which I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to judge for myself. I'm obviously going to play the game and stuff like that. But one of the common criticisms I heard was that a lot of people were still kind of like unhappy that it left them wanting more, which is great and all. But it's like when we waited 5 years for part 1. Like it's going to take 20 years for us to get the other like a complete series. Like I don't know,
That is a fear. That is a legitimate fear.
And where does this game end too? Like where are we ending the game?
Midgar. It's Midgar.
Well, we know where we're ending the game, but like how is it going to be?
And that's
ending?
the other
like,
thing. And
what point do we stop? Because we know we're only going to be in Midgar.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's the other thing.
But when
everything I'm reading is 30 to 40 hours of the game.
Oh, no, that's fine. But like again, like Midgar was like 6 to 8 hours in the original game. Like,
oh yeah.
So it's a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's new content and stuff, but like from what I've read, it's like kind of weird. Right? It's like okay, like did you really need to like know about like random NPCs like backstories? I don't know.
They're hobbiting this thing.
Right. We'll see. But I did hear another
3
controversy.
movies out of this one little children's book.
Right. I think it was Jason Schreier that said like, I'm not going to say anything specifically right now, but I cannot wait to talk about like the last portion of the game and how it ends in about 2 weeks once people like get it and start beating and stuff like that, which makes me kind of like rub my chin because I'm like, are we getting like mindfucked by Nomura? Like, is he gonna like just twist things on us and like kind of be like, you thought this was gonna be a 1-to-1 remake? Fuck you guys! Like it's whack you.
Is the game over at 30 to 40 hours? Is that
I don't know.
It doesn't say episode 1 anywhere on the box.
I don't know. We'll see.
There's no indication that this is going to have sequels.
Yeah, we will see. But I'm eagerly anticipating it. I'm kind of upset because Amazon was like, you're not going to get until like the Tuesday after or something like that. I'm like,
yeah, that's what happened to me. Yep, Tuesday.
And I'm like, the thing is, I got such a good deal on it from like Amazon. I think like I had credit. They had an E3 discount. Like I think I'm paying $50 for the Steelbook like collector's edition, like the regular collector's edition.
I think it was like $47.99 or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And part of me is now like
right now it says expected delivery for the 14th.
Yeah, that's the same Tuesday.
Which is sucks.
Yeah. So like part of me is like, should I just get this digitally and like just like I don't know, give the other copy away like my brother or something like that and just keep the Steelbook for myself. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be hard to resist that because like I'm really looking forward to that, especially after the E3 demo. But yeah, we'll report back on it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Really glad that I made a comment at the start of this podcast about quality issues.
Yeah.
Like I've had poor connection pop up on my Skype call. It has popped up on my Skype call. I don't know how many times right now. Poor connection, like constantly. So the weird part is my bandwidth has been fine. Like I've been testing things and I'm like it seems fine.
Well, don't run a speed test, Jim.
Like,
what are you doing?
It's Skype on my computer. This computer hates Skype. It hates it. Wow. So, gosh.
Oh, shoot, my charger fell out.
More news.
You can just pretend you're drunk and that's what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell this is going. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's been horrible.
Anyway, it sounds like Microsoft will be following Nintendo's route and going all digital with their live events until August 2021. Not even this year.
I think that's awesome of them. And as we found out now, E3's still booking for next year. I think we've all accepted the fact that this is going to be the norm. I think going forward.
Yeah. Well, speaking of E3, no official E3 2020 online event, which was they thought they were going to try to explore. Yeah. So. That's done. So, no E3 at all. Gamers. I think IGN is doing something of their own, but it's definitely not going to be the same. So.
No. I mean, it's. Did I just freeze?
No.
Good. I mean, it's not surprising because they had no plan in place for this, and to throw it together is not going to work. But next year they've already set their announcement for the next conference, and I'm like, guys, you're getting a little preemptive on this. I think you need to work on making it digital. Like, if you want to do something as an event, I think you need to work on making things digital. I think you need to make them more accessible. They haven't changed anything. It's the status quo for them.
Yeah.
Well, they've been changing. It just I don't think they've been changing in the right direction.
Yes. I'm sorry. So, all right. What else we got here? Let me open up some more news. I'm going to use my phone now to browse the news, because if I browse on my computer, apparently this kills Skype. I'm not saying it won't die anymore. I'm not trying to jinx myself, but I'm just saying that if I use my phone, at least I won't have that problem. I hope not. PS5 controller was shown today, called DualSense. Interesting looking controller, I have to say.
Still got LEDs in it.
Yeah.
A little bit. Looking a little more Xboxy.
And they're
which is
at
least, but at least they don't look blinding though. I don't think they're gonna bother you.
Mostly
you
covered.
can actually see them this time instead of like being useless on the back of the controller.
I don't know. I just
don't want that. I just don't want.
But how often do you look down at your controller anyways while you're playing? Like,
well, sometimes honestly, even with the Xbox controller, if I'm in like a dark room, it'll like catch my eye. I'll be like, what?
Yeah. That's true, but I think like the design looks interesting. They did mention battery life specifically in this announcement, that they're trying to make the best battery life possible, and I'm like, that's like, giving you the best battery life possible is the wording they use, and I'm just like, what does that mean for us? Is this still going to be another? Is it going to be another 4-hour charge time kind of thing? Because that DualShock 4 sucks with that. I mean, it never got better. The battery life on it's terrible. I've had my Xbox controller with AA batteries in it right now that's lasted like 20 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't even have my recharge pack broke, so I just popped some AA batteries in, and I'm like, that. Thank God. I'm actually happy Microsoft stuck with that design for this reason. Because my recharge pack blew, so now I don't want to go anywhere, but I got tons of AA batteries, so I'm just going to pop them in the system, and if I get 20 hours of playtime out of it, that's awesome. This, we don't know. Is it going to be 6 hours of playtime? Is it going to be 15? It would be awesome, but...
I just wanted to be sturdier, honestly. I have real issues.
Sturdy, though. It looks sturdy.
I know. I mean, yeah. It has a little bit more of the curve of the Xbox controllers. It seems a little thicker on the handles, but like the shoulder buttons and triggers on the PS4 controllers are pretty brittle. Like, and like I'm not even talking about like rage stuff happening. I'm just talking about regular use. They'll stick. The spring will get all screwed up in one of the triggers. Like, it happens, and
I don't know. I'm already looking at this, and like just the joysticks. Like, I hate those joysticks. Like, I can already imagine these wearing down and peeling and tearing like the first couple years of the DualShock 4 did.
I mean, they look similar to the current ones.
Right.
Yeah. Are we shocked they kept the touchpad?
No, I'm not shocked. If you're gonna do backwards compatible.
Oh, come on! How many games actually use that in backwards compatibility?
No, I'm just saying. I'm not shocked if you want to be backwards compatible.
You're not shocked because you're sensed.
No, but I mean, let's be honest. Like 99% of these games that are going to be played on it is going to be from the previous gen anyway for a while. So it's got to be there, I think.
Yeah, but they don't use it in the previous gen though. Like, it's.
I mean, it's
another button.
You can type with it.
Yeah.
You can slide your
another
finger
button.
around
So.
What do we think about haptic feedback though? That's a good thing. Haptic feedback in the controller. I was shocked Microsoft didn't announce that with their controller. Like, I really expected that.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I mean, it's just fancy rumble, but yeah, it's all right.
It makes the feel different. Like, I like that feature. And the same thing with the
triggers. You don't realize you want until you have it.
Yeah. And then like the triggers
doesn't the Switch have that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I notice it beyond Rumble.
It makes it so that Rumble has like different bursts.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things that it could be really cool if it's implemented well. Because like on the iPhone specifically, haptic feedback is amazing. And so if you do it well on a controller, it could be really cool. It's not the most important thing, I think. I think I want a controller that feels hefty. The Elite controller is still like the best controller in my opinion ever, and I want a controller like that for PlayStation. If I'm gonna play a game, I will pay like the $150, whatever you want to charge for it, for a Elite controller, because they're amazing. I mean, I got my Elite controller here actually, And these things
Yeah.
are
Those shoulder
the best.
buttons do look awfully chunky.
They're
What do
nice.
you
It's
mean?
really nice controller, and you can
This
have the
is
depth
the
level
best
change, Mike.
controller. It's so.
You can adjust the
so
depth level of the triggers, how far down you want them to go.
Mhm.
My controller broke, my Elite controller. I wish it would not break, because I've heard it happen before. Like it has the float,
Yeah.
so I can't
Drift.
even use it
It's got the
anymore.
drift.
The drift. Imagine like me trying to do that with Ori. I would never really play that game. I had to use the actual Project Scorpio controller, which
And
I'm glad I had.
my Xbox One controller is drifting now.
Yeah. I mean, it happens for all of them. It happens in the Elite controller. Like, I want them to make I want to hear the Elite 2. It better not have that. Like, I want to go buy that controller because I loved the Elite 1, but I want to hear it doesn't have that before I buy it. And the same thing with, like, Sony's
All
machine.
controllers have the possibility of drift. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
If you're spending
possible.
$150 on something, it should hold up.
I would just like it to like last like longer than like a year. Maybe like I don't know. All these bells and whistles are nice. I just want stuff that doesn't break that easily.
Well, that's what Tony's concerned with.
Gotta
these-
be
these-
more gentle,
Yeah,
man. Gotta caress the thing.
So,
And
I don't know.
I
Like,
mean, I've had
never.
mine for like
Yeah,
I don't know, 4 years, whatever it's been.
I mean, I still have my GameCube controllers, and they still work fine. Maybe like
A few of them
little
stick,
loose.
I bet, right? The button stick, I got a few. I do too, but like the buttons stick a little bit for most of them after a while.
The only controllers that I ever had break were like third-party controllers that were just built like shit. I mean, all the ones that I've bought
I
with,
didn't know that my Elite series was drifting.
although the
But it did.
Joy-Cons on mine have the drift issue, the connection issue, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I never got that fixed, but it's all right. I just use my Pro controller.
It's a good
Yeah.
control.
It's a great controller, but not as good as the Elite series. So I hope that Sony does come out with something that's a higher end one, with more
I hope they all
customizations
do.
on it.
I hope they
Yeah.
all do. You know,
So
that's the dream, right?
yeah.
And the paddles, dude, paddles, I gotta have them now. I can't do it without paddles. Gotta have more buttons for buttons.
You like that alternative,
Buttons
like
for days.
one raised joystick, one lowered?
Oh, this thing, I do love the.
I do that too now. My Elite was set up just like that. I love that.
I can't. Maybe I do press buttons too hard because I remember playing on that with yours, and I like.
Well,
I
you
kept
also
knocking,
throw
I
controllers, Mike.
kept knocking that thing off. No, but this is unrelated to that. No.
No, I know. It's like typing. There are people that just like slam their keyboard, and other people just like a little smooth. I get it. It's fine.
He's a finesse player, Mike. You're a power player. Different standards here. Yeah, I don't know. I just like it looks fine, the controller. I just hope it feels nice, like Corey said, hefty, has a good battery life, and you know, I want to know that those joysticks, those thumbsticks will hold up, because I know that was a big problem in the beginning for the PS4. There was a lot of thumbstick issues with those.
Yeah. I hope it connects out of the box, unlike my last PS4 controller. Didn't
That's
do.
right. Forgot about those. All right, new rumors for Resident Evil 8. Did we get these? It's floating around on the internets right now. I guess with a pretty good source. I believe this title, Resident Evil Village.
Mhm.
That does not sound that ominous to me. I'm sorry.
But because of that, they can make it Resident Evil 8 with Roman numerals, because they can do their fun wording thing.
Yeah. Like I have to say, when the
I hate my
7
internet.
came out, that was like the coolest like little reveal with the Resident Evil 7, how they did that.
Yep.
So yeah, it did fit. I could see
Yeah.
them doing it.
Yeah. What else we have? Rumors that it's going to have Witch in it. Chris Redfield is your character, who's going to look quite different. First person view. Yeah.
First
really,
person again.
I don't know. Yep, going first
Sounds like
person.
they're going with like a insanity system or possession system, which I think
Yeah.
was originally supposed to be in RE4 before it got changed to more of an actual title. But I think they said it takes the RE4 inventory management into account, where it's not just slots. It's you have like a briefcase, and you have to like make things fit, because it's like a large rifle.
Polyominoes.
Yeah.
It's Tetris style.
It's like a puzzle game in itself.
Yep.
So, I don't know. We'll see. It makes sense to me. And it's supposed to be announced this year for early 2021 release. I don't think I see an early 2021 release with this whole thing going on, but we'll see. And lastly, Last of Us 2 has been delayed indefinitely.
Oh boy.
Whoops.
So
I
And
But I'm
apparently it's almost or essentially done.
yeah,
it's supposed to come out this next month. So
May 29th. Yeah.
yeah, so I could understand if they came out and said, due to the content of the game and it being, a disease
Pandemic
that yeah,
apocalypse. Yeah.
and then it's like, we want to be sensitive to the situation or something. Like, we're just gonna push it out a little bit. And
Yeah, I get that.
but
Yeah.
here, it's just like,
I know.
no, we're just gonna do it because we're greedy bastards, and
Well,
But I don't
what did
get
they
why.
say exactly? Just because it's not giving us the experience we want. So
They want to
do we
have-
read that as they want retail?
I watched Neil Druckmann's Twitter. He posted that they want people to all experience it at the same time, and because of the outbreak, they couldn't do that. I'm like, don't they have online ordering for like physical discs and everything? They can't get it shipped to their house. It's a ridiculous excuse.
It's a weak excuse.
Really weak, especially they make more money from digital sales than they do from retail like discs.
Yeah.
So it's like, what? You're gonna make more money, I think, if you do it this way. But no, I don't know. I think I would have felt better if they just said, oh, because it's like a virus thingy, like related or something to that effect. Been more sensitive in that situation than just to say, oh, we wish that everybody can enjoy it at the same time. Like, what else are you doing but playing video games right now? Like,
It's perfect time to release stuff.
it seems like a great distraction.
Especially because so many games are up in the air about when they're actually going to get finished.
Mhm.
And if this game was done, why not release it?
Yeah.
Now let's say
Ghost
they did it
Tsushima
the
was
other
gonna
way
come
though.
in June, so now that's not happening either.
Yeah. So what, Mike?
But what if they did do it the other way? What if they just said, oh, because of content concerns, we're delaying it? Would we be more upset or less?
No, I think
No,
that's a legitimate
less.
excuse.
I mean, it's like it's a bummer, but
I understand. There's an pandemic going on out there, and I get it. Your fears of causing fears from people. I mean, that's a legitimate excuse.
I think that this is them being more honest. Maybe I don't know.
Well, I'm sure they would have been more honest.
The honest reason is they just wanted more money. They thought they could make more money. Because the thing is, no matter, like, even though digital is growing and stuff like that, you're still leaving a huge pile of money on the table if people can't get the discs. And sure, not like there wouldn't be any disc sales, but there are absolutely people that are just going to be like,
Oh yeah,
whatever.
7 out of 10 people are not going out to the store to buy this game that normally would, I would say.
Right.
Yeah, I still think like you get it shipped to your house. I mean, all these companies that you would go to
Jim,
the store.
yes,
I know.
we
No,
realize
people
this,
people
but
don't do that too much.
the majority of people don't realize you can still. Like, I mean, not majority, but like, there's a lot of people that don't like to do online shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
How about like, yeah, I don't know.
It is a shame though because
It's
new
just a weak
games,
sauce excuse. I mean, it's
new
all.
games is what we need right now, and there's
Yeah, I mean,
a few, but I feel like they're all a little more niche than this.
yeah. No, I mean, I've got like a backlog of games anyways, but for me, I'm like, it's fine. Final Fantasy is going to take up a lot of time.
Well, I'm not even looking forward to this game that much. It's just it's rough that to have something in this window getting delayed again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agree.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I got Doom to play. I got Resident Evil. I got
tons of stuff.
Animal Crossing,
I'm
Final Fantasy 7. So I'm good for a while. But yeah, it's still disappointing.
PlayStation 4 anyway.
I mean, my PlayStation 4. I mean, I have Shenmue 3 technically. My PlayStation 4 is just collecting dust. It's a dust collector right now. So
I jump back and forth pretty regularly between my systems.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know. I just don't have any reason to play PlayStation 4. There's nothing on it that I have. Like,
FF7.
Yes, I will be playing FF7 on there. There you go. There we are. So I have to make sure, like, I have
At
to
least
clean
for the year.
It was not running well.
Yeah.
What is that?
No.
No, I'm saying at least for a year, right? It's a year that
Yeah.
they had exclusive.
Yeah. I think
At
so.
least that's what they said. So yeah, I'm sure by this time.
I don't think it. I mean, at that point, why do you put it on the other system? But I guess for the next gen, you put it on the next gen with a little bit of a resale kind of thing. You can tap into more sales that way. So, all right. I think that's about it for the
Final Fantasy
news.
VII Remake Remastered.
There
Yes,
we go.
Remake Ultimate. Remake Ultimate.
Ultimate Edition Turbo.
Remake Gold.
I mean, I would probably have Persona if I if this wasn't coming out.
I keep looking for that deal, by the way, and it hasn't gone back up again.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's unfortunate.
yeah.
Like,
I had it.
It got so bad that
Fucking
I was like, I almost tempted. I was like, for this price, I would get it, and then it was out of stock because I was like, man, like I really don't want to play this game like all over again, but for that price,
Steelbook though, man.
I know the
that
Steelbook
price,
is
Tony? How'd you
gorgeous.
not
I
order
know. I know.
You gave
The
I was on
first
your
one, like
link
the original Persona
so
5
fast.
Steelbook is like one of my favorite Steelbooks.
I know. Yeah, I still have
I
it.
still have
No,
it. Yeah,
that was the thing. I fucked up because I sent you that guy's link. I tagged you guys, and then I went back and it was out. I was like, oh, and that's why I was like, it's dead. Sorry. And you guys were like, oh shit. And I was
I had it in my cart, and then but I had to sign in. So, because I wasn't auto signed in on Discord, so I'm like, crap. So I typed in my information real quick. I auto filled it. By the time I auto filled from my iPhone into Discord, it was already done.
Yeah.
Like that's how fast it went. So, and that takes like 5 seconds, and I still couldn't get it in my cart quick enough. So, like it was a no brainer. I was instantly buying it, but I didn't have a chance because that steelbooks are so nice. I
almost got it at Best Buy with the $10 thing. I was like, I'll probably get it here, and then I forgot about it. So
I don't even have game here anymore, but I keep the steelbook because I love the steelbook so much. So, but yeah. All right. I think it's going to wrap up 491 of the Gamecast. Thanks for tuning in. You can write us podcast at allyoucangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allyoucangeek. Like us on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. See you guys next week. We'll have some topics for you. Top 5 games of something. We did 90s SNES, NES time. Maybe we'll do a little Saturn, Dreamcast, kind of N64 era. I don't know. That's going to be tougher, though, because there's more. But we'll figure that out. So thanks for tuning in. See you guys.
I say PlayStation.